Yeah, hope you all had a good foundation and 2 diplomas, enjoyed your 2 diplomas and went through the courses and projects and all that stuff. So I hope that you guys had a
Welcome
good time.
formally to IITM and absolutely do not help anything from us. Yeah, jokes apart, I think congratulations are in order. I think over the last 2 years, you have literally worked really hard for being here. And it's really nice to see many of you join in. And I see that a lot of you have also taken multiple courses. So yeah, this orientation will generally cover about the basics, the do's and don'ts, what you should focus on, because ultimately after degree, you are directly, I mean, see, in some sense, you are also going to be ambassadors of IITM BS program. Um, Companies will be looking at you, the entire world will be looking at how the first batches. I mean, it's good in some sense that you are among the first few batches, but it's also slightly risky because you do not have any senior batches to tell you, yeah, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that, you should be focusing on this. So this session is primarily to cover the overall aspects of it. Very specific parts of the subject we may take questions, but overall it is more of a general orientation to degree level courses in the BS program. Yeah, but, yeah.
Naren, and in the chat, I see Preetadip is saying that the email we sent out a wrong link yesterday. Can you check that?
Yeah, if the link could be corrected once again, ma'am. My father actually told me that a separate link came in via WhatsApp and I joined in through that. So I was actually in the other meeting that just ended a while
I saw you there. I saw S.R. Srinivasan. I got a bit confused saying, why are you all there?
Yeah. Wrong link yesterday.
Yeah.
But I think we can start. We have around 25 participants.
Okay, sure. Thank you. And yeah, good morning to everyone here. Thanks for joining us today. Welcome to the degree level of the program. Those already there and probably moving on to BS, congratulations to you also. And yeah, let's start this session now. I just have a brief set of slides. Many of it I just deleted from previous presentations because you guys having gone through 20 courses, I don't need to tell you certain things in the program that we traditionally do. So I kept it hopefully short and brief, but let me just share the slides now. Okay. Okay, so this is the set of slides. You guys know this program. I think you've been seeing this slide in every single orientation since you've joined the program right from day one. I think it's a very familiar slide for all of you. And very happy to note that you guys are now in level 3 of the program, right? 1 and 2 have been crossed and now you're in 3 and you go on to the BSc or BS level. So this is a good step, shows the progress that you have made in the program. In terms of numbers, those of you who came to Paradox would definitely be knowing this, but I thought we should put it out here. So number of applications still from Jan 2021 to Jan 2023, we got about 90,000 and 22,000 have actually qualified so far, which is about 25% roughly. And number of students who started the program is 20,000 and current term 16,500 have registered with us. There is a JEE bunch that has come in this time for the May term applications. They have also registered, so I have to add another 2,400 here. So we are on 18,900 students currently in the May 2023 term. There's the percentage of students in the various levels. A large fraction, of course, is always in the foundation level. Half of it is in the diploma, and then there is a small fraction that's moving slowly in the degree level. The number of applications we've got for qualified this time in May 2023 is about 22,000. This is the largest we have gotten since your first batch of 30,000 that we received in November 2020. This is the data on the number of people who have completed 1 diploma, 2 diplomas, finished their BSc degree and are getting into the BS degree 2. 867 is the total number we see here. The column 2 is those students like you who are moving from the foundation diploma to the degree level. So 150 and 380 have completed diploma in programming and data science respectively. Both diplomas completed, and in the degree level eligible to start the degree program is 275. 18 have finished the BSc requirements and are starting with their BS requirements now. And the direct admission to diploma, 43 have completed their diplomas. Courses this term, as you know, some courses, maybe about 5 or 6, we removed it and we have moved it to the next term too. The number of students in the degree level is still very, very less for the number of courses we are offering. So we found that some courses had just about 3, 5, 10 registrations. So we thought it's better to stagger and make it at least twice a year rather than 3 times a year. So these are the courses that are coming on offer. Like you know, software engineering and software testing are the core courses, core pair 1. AI search methods and deep learning are core pair 2. SPG is a mandatory course that all of you have to do, and the others are all electives that you can choose from. New electives that we came up with in the May term has been statistical computing, advanced algorithm, reinforcement learning, that is there. So these 3 are new courses we are introducing now in the May term. Grading pattern, I think all of you are familiar with what the grading document is. You know how to read it also, we assume. So I'm not going to go through the grading document this time with you guys. Go through the grading document. All the specs are given there. Just one alert for the big data thing. You need a credit card to kind of load it onto the Google Cloud credits. You do have free credits, and normally what you do should suffice. You should not be billing anything onto your credit card. But then Google does not allow for use of the credits without putting a credit card there. So there's an information we have shared with all students, and hope all of you taking big data can actually do this. One caution, one alert here. Check the settings on the Google Cloud properly. I will let JK talk about it after I finish, so that you actually don't get billed. Last time one girl had done some setting issues and she actually got billed quite a bit, and it was waived, of course, in the end, but then don't take the risk and do your settings properly for the cloud billing. As usual, 2 changes, 2 quizzes in center, in-person programming exams as applicable. Eligibility to attend the end-term exam will be there. CCC for all of you is 4. And bonus marks, as I think very, very few courses actually have bonus marks in the degree level. We don't have too many of them having practice assignments or mock tests and so on. So probably bonus marks will be redundant for most of you. And a couple of courses like data visualization or, often I can't remember, data visualization, something definitely I know, where you won't have an end-term exam, but you will have a project. You'll have to complete a project and you'll have to present the project, and that is your final exam that we will be evaluating. So it's a team project or a separate project. Many courses are projects too. Software engineering has a project that you do, design thinking has a project that you do, and so on. So many courses also have projects that you do as part of the course. Quiz and exam dates for this term: 16 July is quiz 1, 6th August is quiz 2, 3rd September is final exam. The OPP dates are given here, though more they are applicable for, I think, the Python and the diploma courses. Check out if your degree level courses have any OPP dates. Tips to prepare well. I think all of you know this. You've done 20 courses. I'm not going to go through this. Okay, this is a very important slide. Now that all of you are getting into the degree level, I think it's already time and you should have done most of it, but repeating it for your reference here. The next 1 year, you should focus on building your resume and get yourself ready for getting into the placement process. If you're not already, of course, placed or working in a company or something like that, but otherwise you have to focus on this apart from the degree level courses. This is a very, very important part of the next 1 year that you're going to do. In fact, you should have started it in the diploma level itself, and we hope you did it. But otherwise, please start now and do this. Okay. Resume building, start off with your resume. Take stock of what skills you have, what you have learned so far, what will differentiate you from the other people in the program when you are giving out a resume. First, analyze yourself and make a list of all of this. Then you see where your gaps are and see what else you have to do in this 1 year if you are to kind of strengthen your resume and make it a bit more attractive to somebody who's looking at it and has to call you for an apprenticeship or an interview. Okay. Have a website to showcase your activities, projects, and your achievements. We have a public profile page we have created in the program. there are some data points we push from the program side into that, which is like validating and saying that you have all these badges, you have all these certificates, you have all of these achievements that we recognize and we have done as part of the program for you. So those data points you can take from us and showcase it there. Apart from it, you can also put a resume out there. You can put other skill sets that you have and so on. So get your public profile page in the program site up and running. Okay, this is something, and that's a public page. You can share it on your LinkedIn. You can share it on any platform that you require, wherever you need to do it. So get that up and running. Create a LinkedIn profile if you don't have one. So get a LinkedIn profile up, say that you're a student of this program, start connecting with people, showcase your learning capabilities there. LinkedIn is a very, very good network to connect professionally. So be there, make yourselves visible in LinkedIn if you've not already done it. Okay. And then starts the tests for the employability and the placement process and the whatever else apprenticeship internships that we have to do. So we did a pilot placement, we can say this time, but we did not, of course, do it with the degree students because of course, we have not graduated any of you yet. We don't have our first batch of graduates out yet. So we had opened it out to students who have completed 2 diplomas with us, but have a degree from some other college that is there. And about, I think, 15 companies participated. There are a total of 27 students who participated in the process. They had applied to multiple companies. And what we found was that the placement was a mix of first set shortlisting from your resume, that many companies did it at that level itself. Second was they all had technical tests, and technical tests were quite rigorous. They gave you an assignment, maybe an application assignment, and said in 2 hours, you have to develop the whole application. They gave you a data set and they said that you had to clean it, make sense of it, write code to actually parse it and submit, make some submissions on what you analyze. So it was like real-time job expectation that they were asking you to do in a short 2 hour, 3 hour thing. There was a lot of emphasis on algorithms and data structures also that they were asking questions on. So if you have not kind of, done those courses with the same rigor, or you kind of just brush it aside, or you kind of skim through those courses, I think in this 1 year, you'll have to practice a lot more on data structures, algorithms, bit of application development, and definitely the ML side of, data science. And their expectation also was that you guys should know something on, deep learning, computer vision, NLP, at least know what large language models are, a bit of AI and all that. So though we told them that these were double diploma students, their expectation that you guys were IIT students was that you know a lot more than what we had told them. So that was one more thing. So now that from next year, we've decided we'll go in for placements only after you complete your BSc level, and in your BS level, it's not going to be for the 2 diploma guys possibly. In that case, you really have to brush up these particular skills. And the way to do it, we are thinking we'll come out with a set of norms that we will publish very, very shortly. So what we are thinking is you should do at least 2 or 3 more projects on Kaggle. Okay, all of you have done just one ML project on Kaggle, and that does not seem to be sufficient because we had given the data set for it, which is not too large. But you need to do at least 2 or 3 more projects on Kaggle with different data sets, which could be related to audio, video, or it could be some other data set that is really, really large for you to process. So we are going to recommend those, and we would urge that you do it. The second one is maybe on platforms like HackerEarth, HackerRank and all, you have to go in and do some coding projects, algorithms, contests, and so on, just to see where you stand against all the others. And ranks and all of these on your resume, I think, are very, very good to build. That is something that you have to do. If there are hackathons going on, please participate in it also in this degree year so that you have something to showcase there. That is one thing. The third part is the skills that you have to acquire apart from the courses in the program. So for deep learning, we did a deep learning workshop also, which had a lot of hands-on components. For ML techniques, we have a coding workshop that we do, and then we top it up with a proctored examination that we complete so that you get a certificate on that. So completing that. There was a Django workshop this time, and maybe we'll do some more workshops on, Node.js and some other frameworks that are there that is not taught properly through the academic coursework, because we can only do so much in the courses, right? But we'll try to top it up with workshops from our side, and we urge that you attend these workshops. Okay, you'll at least get an exposure to it, even if you don't become an expert in these areas. So at least attending a couple of these workshops workshops in the paradox time that are being handled, workshops that are done online. I think you should participate in all of these as are relevant to you and kind of strengthen your resume so that you get an exposure. The other one is there are a lot of industry experts who are coming in for live sessions and they talk about current technology, current research that is happening. It would be good if you can attend all of this and you know what is happening in this domain across areas, across companies. So that is something else that you should do in the BSc level if you have not been doing it so far. So I think these are very important. And of course, the most important seems to be communication skills, presentation skills. I think those of you who lack that or who are not confident have to really skill that up if you're going in for interviews. So we'll also working on getting some of these out in the BS level again, BSc, BS level again. So those of you who need help should go through these presentation and communication skills, because at the end of the day, when you go for an interview, even if you know so much, internally, you have to know to express it. You should know the presence of mind too, when they ask you a question, to say what to say, how to say it, and whether it reaches the other person correctly in what you're expressing. So I think that is again very, very important that you're doing. So takeaways from this slide, build up the public profile page, do a LinkedIn profile for yourself and showcase it there. Go through the presentation and communication skills in case you lack it. Attend live sessions by industry experts. Do a few more Kaggle contests and coding contests that are possibly there. Do go through a few workshops and do some additional courses that are there. So in terms of courses, I'll come to the NPTEL credit transfer. So we permit some credit transfer from NPTEL, but otherwise NPTEL does have a lot of courses that you can learn and actually benefit from. So that's something that you should definitely go through, whether it is for credit or not. I would urge you to complete courses on maybe NPTEL, maybe on Coursera, maybe on edX, because these are additional things you can definitely showcase on your resume. So do some learning outside of what we teach you, and that will also show that you're motivated and you can learn on your own, not that you just follow the curriculum. So NPTEL courses for credit transfer, this is the way the current credit transfer works. So in the BSc level, a maximum of 4 credits can be taken in. This is from the table 2 in your student handbook that you can choose for courses. And this 4 credits is optional. If you want, you can do all in-house courses, or you can credit 4 from NPTEL. That is up to you. It is not a mandatory requirement. But the table 2 courses we have listed has a lot of interesting courses. For instance, you'll have, I think, Haskell programming there, C programming there, C++ programming there, cloud computing there and all, which we don't have as part of our program. So it's good to possibly do some of those courses and at least have certificates from NPTEL on it. And maximum of 4 you can credit into the program in the BSc level. And in the BS level, 4 credits from the HSMG category of NPTEL is mandatory. So go through courses you want to do there. Again, we have a very interesting bucket there, I would say. In the humanities side, there are a lot of English related courses if you like English. Otherwise, there's German 1, 2, 3 you can do. There's Japanese course you can do. Korean course is going to come up. You can do that. Sanskrit is there as a course that you can do. And apart from it, there are also a lot of leadership, management, entrepreneurship, marketing, HR courses on the MG side also. So max of 4 credits you have to do from NPTEL, mandatory, that needs to be credited in the BS level. You will not get your BS degree unless you credit these 4 credits from HSMG category of the NPTEL program. So that is something that is very important. So in this next 2 or 3 terms, when you're undergoing your BSc and BS levels, ensure that you complete your NPTEL courses and you're ready for credit transfer into the program. One thing I'll caution you, check the dates of the NPTEL exams and the BS exams. I think one we are clashing with this time, the September date, we might clash with the NPTEL and BS. We're asking TCS for an exam date change. I'm not sure whether we'll get it. But if we don't get it, then go on for the October exams. October exams, there is no clash and you can comfortably take the NPTEL courses at that point in time. If you're taking for September, maybe a problem because that's a quiz one date for the September term for us. So that's not going to work out. Okay. Or maybe I've got it mixed up. One October exam date is probably a quiz 1 date, and that's something that's it. Just check that out. And credit transfer is done during the course registration. So when you get into course registration, maybe some of you saw it, some of you didn't see it. So what we'll do is we will load the NPTEL course data from the NPTEL database and showcase it to you. So mandatorily for NPTEL courses for credit transfer, you will have to do the course using the @ds.study.iitm.ac.in email ID. If you do it from your personal IDs or your alternate college IDs or something, we will not be taking that into consideration for credit transfer here. That is something very important. The other important point, if you're studying in an outside college, which also takes NPTEL courses for credit transfer, you cannot credit the same course in your college and with the BS program. That is something that you will kind of declare to us that I'm not crediting it anywhere else. I'm taking it only here. We are going to trust you on that. But basically, it's an ethical agreement that you're saying that I'm not crediting in two places, and technically you cannot credit in two places. If it is found out that you are crediting it in two places, one of the two places, if we come to know, we will definitely invalidate you. Okay, your degree and your thing will be in problem, and at that point there'll be issues that are there. Okay, so don't credit the same course in both your college and the BS program. And BS program requires you to do the NPTEL courses using your student email ID. Okay, this is something that you have to make note of. This is NPTEL courses for credit transfer. You're also coming into the BSc BS level. So there are apprenticeships that you can do. I hope you've gone through the student document where the apprenticeship process is outlined. Apprenticeship can take a maximum of 12 credits. There is also an option of 4 credits that you will get, or of course it can be 0 credits. Apprenticeship is totally optional. You can choose to do all theory courses and complete your BS program also. There is no need that you have to do apprenticeship. But if you want, you can do an apprenticeship, and that will also help on your work front. So typically what we see is if you're going in for a maybe master's program, doing more theory courses might help. And if you're looking out for a job or a placement, it's better to go in for an apprenticeship, because there is a company who will have you for 8 months. They see your work over 8 months, they train you over 8 months, and it's easier for them to give you a pre-placement offer at the end of the apprenticeship. So apprenticeship is more like onboarding into the company without being their employee, but then they see you, they like you, and they kind of give you a placement offer. So what is the process for that? Firstly, you have to find the company where you want to do the apprenticeship. Please don't wait for IIT Madras to say that these are the companies and these companies have come forward. It's not like a placement process where we are going to connect companies with students. If at all a company comes forward and says, I want apprentices, yes, we will connect. But apprenticeship opportunities are not going to be through us. You have to find your own apprenticeship opportunity. So apply to various companies and tell them about this process and see whether they want to take you in as an apprentice. If the company is well known, if the company is having registration numbers, there is data on our side, or these are companies that we have already MOUs with, say you go for apprenticeship at a Cognizant, or you go for Akakai, which came for placements, or you go in for Cairo Technologies or GABS or something that came for placements, and we are working with them. No problem at all. We don't have to do company verification. If you are going in for a new startup that we have not heard about, then we will ask you for more details about the company, and we will have to do a background check on the company, basically how big they are and whether what work you'll be doing there, whether it's a programming work or data science work that you'll be doing there. What is the scope of, the work that will be assigned to you and so on. We'll have to get some details from the company, and we need to approve this for you to basically start your apprenticeship and credit it with us. Okay. You can always do an apprenticeship, but for us to credit it, we will have to approve the company where you get an apprenticeship opportunity. Second point, we need details of your reporting manager under whichever team you work. We need that details, his email ID, his phone number, his name, designation in the organization on a formal letterhead from the company saying that this will be your reporting manager. And the reporting manager, we will be in touch with them to kind of validate the work reports you put in every week. So basically we're saying we don't want to know what you do there, the exact details, the project details and all, because these could be confidential. There'll be IP restrictions and so on. But what we want you to say is, yes, I worked for 5 days this week. I went to the office, or maybe I worked online. I put in 40 hours of work and completed it satisfactorily. Maybe that is something you'll tell us. And the manager has to say, yes, I agree with this. So that's what we want from the manager week on week to kind of say okay to us. So we need the reporting manager details from the company side, who will be in charge of your work and be saying okay to whatever you put in as work report for us. And once you start an apprenticeship, the very first letter will come to us that from the company side saying, yes, we agree to take so and so as an apprentice. So that is the beginning. Then at the end of month 1, there is an option for you to exit the apprenticeship or the company to kind of terminate the apprenticeship. That is an exit we have given at the end of month 1. If at this point, either of you says we are closing the apprenticeship, you get 0 credits. Okay. So that is the first point. At the end of month 4, there is another exit opportunity. You can exit. The company can also probably close the apprenticeship. If that is done, then we will need a closing letter from the company at the end of month 4 saying that, of course, they agree with 4 months of your work. And for that, you will get 4 credits. And then if you continue your apprenticeship into months 5 to 8, then at the end of month 8, we will also need a letter from the company saying you have completed 8 months of apprenticeship with the company and they're satisfied with your work. We need that letter. After that, we will credit sorry, this is wrong. It will be 12 credits here. Okay. End of 8 months, it is 12 credits. It's not 8 credits. Sorry for the mistake here. So that will be 12 credits. So 0, 4 credits, 12 credits. That is the 3 types of crediting that you can do into the program. So basically, you can keep doing your apprenticeship, and if you complete it, you can credit it. So there's just like NPTEL credit transfer. When you complete it, we will show it inside your credit dashboard, and you can say I'm adding it to the program, and you can come in here. One thing to note, the fee per credit is 5,000. Because this is in the BS level, the BOG has kind of made it 5,000. We had asked for a request of half the thing, which is 2,500, but the Board of Governors said that it has to be at the BS level fee, and hence it is 5,000 rupees there. So that is something that you have to be aware of. So for the 12 credits, you'll be paying that and crediting it into the program. So that is done here. This is the process of apprenticeship. I'll take questions from you all after we are done with the presentation. Access to campus courses. This is something you might have seen again in the student handbook. Lot of questions from students who had come to the paradox, and somehow the wrong gross misassumption is that all students above 8 will come to campus and study, and they're thinking it's an offline program from year 3 and year 4, and students will come to the campus and study. There is no such thing. Okay, this is not any such thing. This is not an offline program in year 3 and year 4. We have not made it that. This is a very, very optional thing based on availability of seats within the Madras courses. So what we have done here is facilitate the BSc and BS students to take some courses from IIT Madras campus offered courses and credit it into the program if they want. Okay, there is a lot of things, and based on availability and acceptance by the faculty offering the courses. For instance, if course is offered by a faculty and they already have 100 students registered from the campus side, the faculty may say, I'm not going to take in any BSc and BS students if you're going to apply to me. So basically that course is closed for us. That is what typically happens. Even to students from other departments, students from the same department, they will all put in limits on how many people can come in for an elective, and they'll close after that. So it's not like all the courses of the campus are going to be open to you. And also this is not for all students. Only students more than 8 CGPA will be allowed to do these courses, and you can only do maximum of 24 credits. And out of this, 8 can be in the BSc level, the remaining at the BS level, or of course all at the BS level. So this is the way that we have structured the taking of courses. And what we are going to do is the IIT Madras semester will typically start by the end of July, and we will bring out a short list of courses that we have done. We'll talk to the faculty, we'll see how many seats we can do, and we're going to put out a subset of courses, maybe 5 courses or 8 courses or 10 courses we'll put out with the number of seats available. And then students at the BSc and BS can apply to it and say whether they are interested. Based on availability and some kind of allocation algorithm, we will allocate you to the courses, and that is what you'll be getting there. Okay. Classes are in person. There is no hybrid mode. There is no online mode for the IIT campus classes, which means you have to go to the classroom in IIT Madras campus and attend these classes. So that is something you have to keep in mind, that for that you have to be in Chennai, and no hostel accommodation is being provided for this, which means you have to make arrangements to stay in Chennai at the timings that the classes are. Maybe it's a Monday 12 o'clock, it's a Tuesday at 5 p.m, Wednesday at 3 p.m. That's when the classes are happening. At those timings, you have to go to the IIT Madras campus classes, attend the class. And the grading is as per their own policy. Whenever the exams are conducted by the campus for that particular course, you will have to do those exams, those projects, whatever else assessments they have, tutorials, maybe quizzes, maybe, and so on. And whatever final grade they give us, we will bring it back for you to credit here. Again, this is an optional crediting. So maybe you try out a campus course and the campus course grade is not great. You don't want to credit it. You don't have to credit it. But of course, you'll be paying for the IIT Madras campus course access to IIT Madras there. I think it is about 12,000 rupees for doing it. It's 1,000 per credit. And typically the campus course credits are 9 credits, 12 credits, and so on. So you'll be paying 12,000 to them. And for crediting into our program, it will be another 2,500 per credit. So all these details are given in the handbook. Check those. So if you are taking the campus course, you have to pay the 12,000. But if you're not crediting it to us, of course, you will not pay that money. So that's something that you have to be aware of. And Yeah, these are the norms for taking the campus courses. So one, it's only for students more than 8 CGPA in the program, in the BSc, BS level who can do it. It is based on availability. A subset of courses will be shared with you based on availability. Again, in fact, subset, if there are 250 students in the IIT Madras or BS program, BSc and BS levels, maybe we will get only 25 seats in the IIT campus program courses. Okay, it won't be 250 possibly. Then only 25 people can actually attend the classes. It's not like all students, even if you all have more than 8 CGPA, we will be able to accommodate in the campus course classes. So whatever is available, we will work with the faculty, we will work with a set of courses, and we'll put it out based on, you know, your application. We will kind of go through it and we will allocate it. So classes in person, assessments as per IIT Madras campus calendar, grade as per the IIT Madras campus system. And then if you want, you can transfer the grade here. Fee is paid to IIT Madras as well as to BS program. It's nominally much more than the regular fees of 20,000. I think it will come as 12,000 plus 10 for us, 22,000 it will come to, and no hostel accommodation here. So these are the set of slides I had to share with you all today and kind of talk. Otherwise, we can now discuss any questions that are there, and we can take doubts from you. JK, before that, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, so there are a couple of things. One thing to also understand at degree level, there is a huge amount of flexibility that we are giving you in terms of the number of courses, but also another explicit expectation, like what Bhakti is saying, the resume building, it is going to be a very much, I mean, it has to be an independent task. Yes, we will support, we will facilitate mechanisms, but it is very important that you take up open assignments, go into open code bases, try doing, I mean, for them, do something. Even machine learning algorithms, if you want to implement, I mean, read papers, implement algorithms, put them in your Git. In fact, you have your own Git available with you. The student, each student will have a GitHub for yourself. So, or even have a personal Git where you are doing all these experiments. It has to be organized systematically, have good links, good projects showcased, go through platforms like Hugging Face, HackerRank, of course, Kaggle, then Weights and Biases. All these are platforms that are very useful and very critical for developing your own professional portfolio, either as a data science professional or as a software professional. See, there is a fine line of difference between what do you say, being a student and a professional. I mean, professionals also learn, but they do not get the systematic approach. I mean, it's not, the approach is not so consistent in a professional space. Hence, I mean, whatever you have learned in the last 2 years, these are foundational skills. I mean, do not discount them. You have learned how to learn, and that is the more important part. I mean, if anything that you have to get out from the last, I mean, 24 courses, whatever you have done, the important aspect is how do you approach learning? How do you approach solving a complicated problem? These skills, and along with the foundational domain skills, are going to help you in your professional front. And the degree courses are going to expose you to some of the what do you say, more regular problems that are faced by industry these days. So do take this opportunity to actually invest a lot of time in yourself. And more importantly, see, people who are doing 4 courses per term, please be wary that you also have to do all this resume building activities alongside it. I would strongly advise you to go over the degree courses over a period of 3 terms, at least minimum of 3 terms, because that is going to really help you to do other activities alongside the regular courses. And as many activities as possible, especially if people who are doing big data and other courses, try to do the projects, try to do one of your own itself, especially big data where cloud is coming in. It is important that you do some cloud certifications. We have Microsoft Learn for Educators, through which We are promoting cloud, another type of cloud, not just Google Cloud. You also have Google Cloud Skills Boost. IBM also has a cloud program. Register for all of this. It's definitely going to help you when the jobs and other things come. Okay. Yeah, that's all, Bharti. I think these were the major points that I wanted to say.
Yeah, sure. Anything else? I have answered the questions in the chat. Any other things that any of you wants to ask us?
Yeah, good morning. I have a question related to NPTEL account. When I initially registered with NPTEL, it was with online degree email ID. And since the email ID got changed to ds.study, I'm still seeing it as online degree. Is online degree with NPTEL is okay for some time, or are you going to change it internally to DS?
It's okay. We will do both of it. Online degree or DS should be okay. But you can start enrolling to NPTEL courses using a ds.study, because I think JK will kind of phase out the online degree domain very slowly.
No, I did actually. When I
Hey, past
initially
courses we will take from online degree. Don't worry about that.
okay, because I did one course, German one already, and I see that the certificate is registered with online degree.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
When I go back, it says that when I go back with study, it says that it's an invalid email ID.
Yeah. So we have not enabled study in the NPTEL website yet. We'll have to do that. Anyway, our archive site and server is down, so we are just getting it up. So in that, we will swap your online degree IDs with your study ID. Study will be the one that you can access. So your old certificates will be accessible through study email IDs.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah, Preetodeep. Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. So just a few questions. So first of all, statistical computing seems like the course contents haven't been released yet, and the discourse is not up yet. Can you please clarify on that?
Narendran, statistical computing week 1 is not out yet.
Videos really going to release.
The videos are public. The 4 or 5 videos are public on YouTube, but the portal itself is not up.
Yes, ma'am. That's what videos I'm going to update now. Assignments alone, it's pending.
Yeah, but the C course is up, right? Access is given to them.
Yes, access is there.
Okay, in that case, maybe it's an issue with me, because for me it says you're not subscribed to the course. It keeps reloading.
Okay.
And maybe also, can you let me know if the discourse forum is up yet for statistical computing? I don't see
Discourse
that.
is up. Discourse is up, and I don't see any. So the statistical computing course is up in Discourse, and we have people registered in that particular course. I'll just check whether there are any. So the intro post is available over there. I haven't seen any other posts on that yet. Just confirming.
Okay. So I checked the courses page for me, but I mean from within Discourse, but I could not get access to it. So maybe that is something we need to get it checked.
Yeah, the course Discourse page is up. And yeah, 3014. Yeah, 3014 is the group is available.
Okay. So I have I'll check it later then. I haven't gotten access yet. Anyway, so my next question is, will core CS courses be there for the next term? Because the website doesn't say anything and there are no mention of it. Only the student handbook says that it will come. So will those come, or?
Which will come?
So core CS courses like operating systems, networks and all.
Yeah,
computer
so we
automation.
are working on that. C programming was supposed to be a prerequisite to all of it, but C programming is getting pushed by a term. So if C programming comes in September, I don't know whether the faculty will say we can go together or this is like a prereq to the other. So when we had discussed, they said there's a prereq to all the others, but we'll have to follow up and ask whether we are going to do it in September or Jan. But yes, they will come.
Okay, thanks. Another question is, so in the grading pattern, I think I've seen a few courses for the degree level, like big data and statistical computing, where they don't have a max option. So generally grading patterns have a maximum option between quiz 1 and quiz 2.
Yeah, we are tightening up. We might even remove it for many other courses, because we see students optimizing too much and not actually doing both the quizzes and kind of doing the minimum effort required to get course grades. And that's not really helping them learn also. So degree level, we thought people should be more serious when they do it, and hence there is a penalty for not attending quiz.
Okay. So no, at first instance, I thought it was a mistake or something.
No,
So,
no.
okay.
So for diploma, we are keeping it, but we are going to see basically and then kind of go out on that also.
Okay. And last question is, can we get an estimate by when will the CGP and the badges update be taking place for the Jan term?
CGPA is next week. They've told me they've already calculated. We're just internally checking it. So the progress card, CGPA, the foundation certificates, your soft copy of certificates is all slotted for this week that we should be getting it in. So max by next week, I assume it should be done. Badges will be only after next week that we are putting it out.
Okay. So I think a few days prior to the end term quiz for January term, my CGP actually reduced by, I think first it reduced by 0.7, then again it reduced by 0.2. So I was wondering
So
whether
we were asked to put out CGPA for 2 decimal points. So far we were doing it with 1 decimal point.
Yeah.
And then IIT confirmed to us saying that we are supposed to put CGPAs for 2 decimal points. So we only did 2 decimal points and that's what came out. But if there's a discrepancy, do write and we'll check it out. So it should not be, I don't think it should be 0.2, maybe 0.02 is correct, but I'm not sure if 0.2 is correct.
Okay, no, I mean, what I was saying was it was first 8.6, it reduced to 8.53, and again it came down after 2 days to 8.51. So I was wondering
point
whether.
zero something, yes, it would have happened
Yeah.
because we were doing the 2 decimal points calculations.
Okay, yeah. I think that's all from my end. Thanks for the answers.
Narayanan, they're saying that SPG is also content not showing.
SPG release from, I will check all the degree level.
Okay, check all the degree level and put out an information once.
Sure.
Okay. Utkarsh, we are not planning to actually post those because they are just provisional certificates anyways, right? We have just taken a printout of whatever we are going to give you a soft copies and do it. So those will not definitely go by post. If you all are coming down to Chennai or something, you can just get it picked up. It's in our office. The original diploma and degree, if somebody wants to get, that also they have said for now, we don't post it because once supposing by any chance it gets lost in post, apparently we have to file an FIR and we have to do some legal processes to regenerate the originals, it seems. So they were saying that even that we need to consider and we have not taken a final on that. So even the original diplomas that we have, the people haven't collected, we'll have to see on how we get it across to people because these are like, proper university documents and once created and generated, you can't make multiple copies of those typically.
Oh yeah, good morning, ma'am. I just have 2 questions. So this is regarding, so I finished the diploma courses very early. So at that time, there were no separate project courses. So like now there are credits for the project courses and it's a requirement to get that final degree, BSc degree as well, because the 1 month.
What's your deficit in terms of projects? How many credits are you?
So 6 courses, 6 credits is a deficit because Mat 2 project was very little bit, so they gave me 2 credits for that. Right.
Okay.
So but
6
my
credits
question
means,
was,
yeah, tell me.
Yeah, ma'am. So I think I'm fine with doing the extra 6 credits, but what I wanted to ask was, I did do the Mat 1 project, right? So like as part
When
of
did
the
you do
course.
it? You did it in September 21 or Jan 22, right?
I do not remember the exact term, but I did it
No, but if
before
it's
the
before
project
May
course.
2022, then you don't get credits for that.
Exactly. So I'm asking why were those credits not given? Because we did do the
That was
project.
the Senate ruling
with the
saying that
same.
at that point, they can't do a lot of things which are predated. You cannot go back in rules which are too much predated because all those credits have already been awarded.
Some, but like it's just like extra for the we put in the same effort as others were taking up this project.
Life is unfair, Pavan, but that's a rule that the Senate has told us.
Just
That's
wanted
what
to
we kept
clarify
saying.
that. That's fine. Okay.
So that 6
but-
credits you have to make up in the BSc, BS level. Just do
Yes,
1 or 2
okay.
extra courses and you can credit that here.
Yeah, I'm going to do that in the next time. And thank you for that. Just also the maximum credits that we can get from NPTEL is 4 only, right?
4 optional in the BSc level, 4 mandatory in the BS level.
Okay. And one last question, it's about the courses where we didn't qualify for the end term because of assignment, the graded average, right? The average in assignments. So, so in the portal shows that the course that I did not qualify for the end term is a pending course, right?
This is
So,
in the diploma level, no, right?
degree level, the BSc degree level. Yeah. So it's showing pending. Does that mean that I have to do those to get the final BSc degree? or do I like
Is
if
that
I
a
choose to?
core course or elective course, or what is it?
Oh,
Core, I think you
it's
would
an
have
elective
registered.
course. It's an elective course, not a core
No, no,
course.
electives are all like you complete it, you get credits for it. If you don't complete an elective, you don't get credits for it. It's
So I
not
don't
that you
have
have to
to
do
do
that.
that course to get the final degree. I
You
can
can
do some
drop
other
an
course.
elective and go on to another also. If you fail an
Okay,
elective, you can do something else to credit it. So electives are more flexible that way.
got it. Yeah, thank you. I just wanted to clarify that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
sure, Pavan. Thanks. Priyanka, yes.
Ma'am, actually, somebody has clarified, but I still have this doubt that, these whatever courses are listed in the handbook, student handbook for HS, NG, those courses. I have seen that actually nomenclature in Swayam is slightly different. Even the credits, for example, it has been mentioned in the table 8 or 4 credits, and there it is showing 12 credits because 12-week course and all that. So I just wanted to
There
say,
is no 12
ask whether.
credits at all. It's 1, 2,
There,
3
there are
credits
no,
for NPTEL.
yeah. So are you
Okay, it's a
referring?
12-week course. Yeah, 12-week
Yeah,
course.
12 week
12
course is 3
three
credits.
credits. 3
4
credits.
credits, sorry. 4 credits,
Three.
yeah.
No, there
3
are no 4
credits.
credit
Okay,
courses
3.
from NPTEL.
Okay, 3 credits. So, but my question still is that if the nomenclature, for example, the Sanskrit course, in the list student handbook, there are 2, a beginner's level and intermediate level. While if we see it is sort of combined in the Swayam, this
Yeah,
thing.
so sometimes what happens to courses is that somebody will offer a 4-week course first, then they'll do an 8-week course next, or they'll do 2 8-week courses. Then after 2 runs, they'll feel based on feedback, maybe we have to merge it and make it into a 12-week course. So they'll bring out a 12-week course. It depends on whatever runs, right? If that's equivalent to whatever is there, then you can do that and claim the credits for that. So 12-week course will be
Okay,
8-week is 2 and 4-week is 1. So Sanskrit did get merged,
I
like,
understood.
and we are doing it as
Yeah.
one course now. Yes.
Yeah, even entrepreneurship, ma'am, that was slightly different. Now
Send
it's a
us an email
12-week
on this,
course.
no? Let me go back to that list and check it once. It's been some time since we visited it, actually.
I will do that,
Any
ma'am.
discrepancies you see, just send me a mail and I'll take care of it.
Acha. Okay, ma'am. Okay. And ma'am, what I wanted to ask, like I being a working professional, can we also, for example, if you can get an, off time from the office, can we opt for something like the campus studies in BS degree level or BSc level? Would that be possible or it will not be considered?
Which one do you want the campus access?
Ma'am, like you were telling now that there will be some courses being offered at IIT campus.
Okay.
At the BSc, BS level,
Yes.
no?
Yeah.
So regarding that, I was asking, I being a working professional, if I can get, a off time from the office, am I eligible to opt for those?
Yeah. All students of the BS program, we are not looking at your role and your background for us. If you have the time and, availability to attend these classes, you can.
Acha. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. The only thing that we are not doing for you all is some mails have come in saying I'm working somewhere and can my work that I do be converted into apprenticeship credits? That we are saying no to. So if you're an employed professional, your own job, we cannot take it for apprenticeship. So apprenticeship is mainly for those who are, freshers getting onboarded onto a company and from there proceeding to a work thing. So this was something that kept coming, but for now, we don't have an approval for that.
Ma'am, that brings me to, that gives me an idea of another question. Now, my work profile is not related to the degree that we are doing at all. So I'm basically a mechanical engineer doing mechanical engineering type of jobs only. So what I wanted to ask, supposing I can take up a project within my own company, that is separate from my fishing and I do it only as a project, can that be considered as apprenticeship?
See, typically the
not?
apprenticeship of 12 credits is given, assuming you're going to spend 40 hours of time. We have said it's going to be full time, whether it's in person or online, it doesn't matter. But basically, we are crediting you for the effort that you're going to put in there, which is 40 hours into 12 weeks, right? That is the credits that we are giving you typically for the apprenticeship. So if you're doing a project and you're working already for, say, 8 hours a day, I don't know whether you can say another 8 hours you've done it or something like that. That's a question that's come to us, but we don't know on how to do it on a case-by-case basis, or how to quantify the amount of time you'll be putting it so that we can give you the credit equivalence.
I got the idea, ma'am. Let me see if I can, if I can get a good project, I'll get back to you.
Yeah,
Else,
right
then
to
I'll
us. We
seek
will see
something
on
else.
whatever we can do. So all these only
Yes,
when
ma'am.
requests come, we also think of it.
Yeah,
So you can write to us if you have something, and we'll discuss it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sure. Thanks, Priyanka. Harsh, you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. So
Morning.
recently I came to IIT Madras for getting the certificate for both diplomas.
Okay.
And there is a discrepancy in the diploma because one of the diploma has the wrong date, which the e-certificate shows and what I have got as a hard copy. And the second diploma has the wrong photo. So the ones I've received, the hard copy of both of them are correct, and everything in that is correct. But on the online one, the date and the photos are misplaced. I mean, it's the old
Send
ones.
me an email ID, no? Send me an email on my email ID, right? Just send me photos of the printed ones as well as soft copies that you've gotten.
Sure, ma'am. I'll do that.
Okay, I'll check it out. Yes, Varun.
Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So I completed 6 credits on NPTEL, but while crediting this term, I was only able to credit 2. The 4 credits from the HSMG category were not visible. Was that by design?
Yeah,
or
it's
is
by
that an
design
error?
that you have to get into the BS level. The crediting
Okay,
for
got it.
that
Only
can
after
happen
getting
only
into
at
the
BS.
BS level?
Yeah, so 114
Okay.
you have to cross. Once you cross 114 credits, those courses will open up.
Okay, got it. Another question I had is, if I suppose I finished the BSc level and I took up more courses, but I didn't really finish the BS level, I'd still get the BSc degree and the courses that I took would still show up on the transcript, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But why
And
would you want
if
to
I
do
were
that?
to
Just
fit,
finish it, right?
I'm looking at my higher study options and there are certain courses that I want on my transcript. I'm
I
looking
got
based
it,
on
but
that.
see, it's only
It
7
looks, I
courses
mean,
at the end
yeah,
of the day.
when you apply, it shows that, I mean, it presents a completely different picture, Varun. I mean, if I were the person who is looking at your application and I see that you haven't completed something, let's say by a few inches and you gave it up, that gives a wrong impression. Or you started
No,
and you
I get your point. The issue with that is the BS degree tenure is minimum 4 years. So my application window gets moved by almost a year.
No, but you get your
BS
provisional,
provisional
right?
we can still give you, right? The formal
But-
degree
but-
alone will be after 4 years, but the provisional degree you
Correct.
will get.
But is that enough for
Yeah.
applications? As in,
Good enough
yeah.
for a master's thing. I mean, if you don't see, many people complete this with provisional and apply with a provisional certificate. What typically that
No,
they would want is,
I understand that. I looked at the requirements and provisional degree is enough to get in, but you have to submit the final for formal
So
certificate
what we
within,
have done
I
for
think it's a
one of
semester.
for 1 or 2 students, what we have done is we have given a letter to them saying that the degree is a 4-year degree, but students can pace it at their own and can complete it much earlier. So and so has completed all the credit requirements for getting the degree, and hence we have issued the provisional certificate as a valid degree certificate from IIT Madras, but the original will be submitted only next year. So that's a letter that from our side we write addressed to whoever the university officials are, and we tell them this. We've done it for a couple of students recently. Yeah.
Okay, got it. That makes sense. Great. Thank you.
Yeah. So finish the BS. Don't look at the
yeah,
BSc plus a few
don't do
courses.
half thing and quit. I mean, either complete BSc quit or do BS and quit.
Yeah, no, this I didn't know this was possible. So this obviously makes it clear
Yeah,
what I
all
want
these
to
are
pursue.
just negotiations, and at the end of the day, IIT being IIT, the foreign universities do know IIT. So that leads, that helps a lot when you're even sending out letters from our side and telling them that this is the process we do. So that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Yes, Kunal.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask one thing. The physical certificates which we received in Paradox for the BSc, that certificate had the wording like XYZ has completed the credit requirements for BSc, but the certificate which was shown in the dashboard, the PDF one, said that IITM hereby confers the degree on XYZ. So like
that has to be changed. Yeah, that they asked us to change the wording, so we redid that. That certificate will get replaced shortly. Narayanan, can you make note of this? We were supposed to replace it last time itself.
Okay, sure.
The soft copies have to be changed for them. So whatever you got as hard copy is a soft copy that will come, Kunal. So basically they said we can't put a provisional which says we confer you with the degree, because conferring you with the degree means we are closing your education program at that level. Hence the, the Senate asked us to reword the words to say you've only completed the academic requirements, credit requirements for this particular level.
Okay, ma'am. And one more thing is that when it's about like more about outside students who want to enter the program. So we had this placement round. So is it is there going to be a release of placement stats or something on the websites of the placement council which can be viewed
Yeah,
publicly?
we'll do that. We will do that release. We're still waiting for some companies which are still thinking on offers. They've gone to their higher ups for hiring. They've not yet closed some interview final things, and neither saying a yes nor a no. They're just kind of still waiting, and we are also asking them. So that's where we are, and we will do it. But the main point is that this whole thing was just a pilot, like I was saying, and it's a very, very small a set of students, right? Only 27 went in. They're not even the BSc or the BS students. It's only 2 diploma students. I really don't know if this will reflect the actual status of the placements of our students that's going to go through. So if you're going to kind of look at it and say, my God, this is what happened, it's going to be a really, really bad picture that might come out. That's why we are saying that the expectations that people had when we kind of put a 2 diploma student in front of them was, being IIT students, they thought deep learning is there, computer vision is there, NLP is there, these guys know all of it and they know it. And we told them that in a 2 diploma, they won't do that. So you can't ask them that. But people ended up asking and saying that, oh, these students don't know all of it, right? So it's a very skewed picture when you see that kind of thing that's there. And some companies had aptitude tests. We didn't expect aptitude tests to be coming out for, when they're coming for a small placement like this to us. Normally, aptitude tests are done when, say, TCS comes in for recruitment for 1,000 people and you want to shortlist and you want to go out, right? But aptitude tests came in and our students were not prepared for the aptitude test. So things like that happened. So I think we will present out whatever we had. We will give out the learnings that were there, the types of technical rounds and next rounds that happened. But I wouldn't really take that at its face value completely, or read the numbers and say, oh my God, this is what happened. So I will like to caution on that. It was a experience for us because we are also doing placements for the first time. We want to see how companies react, what are the rounds they go through, how do we do the logistics of the placements, in fact, how do we get students, and of course, generally how our students are getting assessed. But one learning we again got was the 2 diploma students is not enough for placement. We do need them to complete a BSc at least to go in for the next level. So if you're looking at that numbers from there, I'd say yes, we will present, but don't take it at what you see as numbers on the slide. It's not representative of what you as students are, or what in general our students are capable of, right?
Yes, understood. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Utkarsh.
Yeah, ma'am, I have already posted it in the chat, but I'll ask in direct. That let's say to complete BSc level, I needed only 30 credits, right? And after doing all the courses, elective and all, I ended up on summing up is to be 32 courses in the BSc level. So what happens to the 2 extra credits?
It will move into the BS. So we'll take whatever credits we need up to complete 114. Whatever is more than 114 will automatically get credited in the BS level. So you already have that many extra credits now in the BS level.
Right. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, go with this.
Yeah, so I have a question. I'm a working professional. So when you last time when we discussed in one of these sessions about the internship, you said that in order to offer an internship, one has to do a full-time internship with these companies, because in order to avoid the conflict of interest, etc. Right? For working professionals, is there any option that they can gain experience on the subjects that we learned through some kind of a offline process, like part-time thing, like we can participate in internships while we are working.
It might be a bit dicey for you to get into another company internship, right? When you're an employee of one company, I don't know if another company will give an internship to actually do work, right? It's like a data privacy issues will come in, you're into things and all. I'm not really sure if they'll do, but within your own company, there's another project that's willing to give you an internship or a project experience, like what even Priyanka was saying, right? Saying that as you do your regular job, maybe do a project or something with a data science part, because that's where you want to move. That could be a more viable option for you all. But I really don't know if another company will give you an internship opportunity, while you're working in some other place.
So how about opportunities within IITM that we get emails saying that there are certain internship positions within
but these are
IIT.
from companies, right? The IITM internships are just the teaching assistantship that we are doing, right? We are doing the teaching
Okay.
assistantship for students to support other students and just do live sessions to do some things else. That's more like a very academic TA-ship. It's not a practical thing. Research assistantship, some small parts are going on, but there also we require more time to be spent on it kind of and working with the instructors. So,
Okay.
sorry, I'm
So the
sure about
so
that.
the only option you're suggesting is to explore within our organizations itself.
That would be the best if you have projects that are already doing analytics or coding. I don't know which way your interest is within your own organization. I think approach the leads of that particular team with, of course, your manager's approval, and then see whether you can contribute part-time to those at least. And if that can be done, then they see you working. Probably that's where your project change also will happen, right? Or I mean, you have to take a break from your job, and I don't think that's a really feasible option for most of you who are at this stage. So,
yeah, right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Govind. Hey, Varun, you're back, man. Tell me.
Yeah, hi. So I had a, I guess, question regarding the NPTEL transfer. So suppose I made it into the BS level, would I still be able to credit into BSc level NPTEL credits? Or
Yes, you can.
that's
So
possible?
we'll credit it and we'll move
Okay.
whatever extra credits are there into the BS level.
Okay. And I saw this term, I guess.
Think, Varun, one question. You are asking, you will be entering BS level and you want NPTEL credits to be transferred to BSc level. Is that the question?
Yeah.
See, yeah, I
they
guess
say the
because
table
currently,
two credits into
currently
the-
I'm in the BSc level. Currently, I'm in the BSc level. At the end of this term, hopefully, I'll be done with the BSc level. But I would still have 2 credits remaining that I could do from NPTEL. So in the following term, if I enter the BS level,
Yeah,
would I
you
still be
can.
able to
We
transfer?
just
I can.
calculate the total. We see what are the kind of courses you've done. If it is from the table to course, we will count it in the 114, and whatever exceeds 114, we'll move it into the BS level. If it's a HSMG that is there, then we'll put it into the BS level and get credited there. So not an issue.
Okay. And I saw that this time, I guess the fee structure, the course structure has changed a little bit. There's like level 3, level 4, and those kind of things. How would that come into effect when you are registering for BS level?
Yeah, nothing like that. So what happened was previously we had said that if you're registering for courses in the BSc level, it would be 10,000 or 2,500 per credit. And if you're registering for courses in the BS level, it would be 5,000 per credit or 20,000 per course. But then it looks very awkward optically. Say you're taking a, say, financial forensics course for the BSc level credit and you pay 10,000 for that. Another student takes the same course in the BS level and pays 20,000 for it. It looks really awkward that for the same course, we can price it at 2 different fees for students in the same program. So that's something that came for debate in our committee and so on. So what they said was, it is better to put all the 3 level courses. So if the course code has 3 in it, that becomes like basically relevant to a BSc level and put it as 10,000. And if it has a 4 level course code, whereby the course is a bit more advanced than just an entry level degree course, we will put it as 20,000 and for the BS. But typically you can credit in BSc and BS, 4 also in BSc. So that's not a problem that is there. So that's why we had to make this fee change at this point when you all started registering. A few more changes we are suggesting based on placement, but I don't want to talk about it now. We'll come back to you once we are finished with the steering committee and kind of get the rules in place. So there was one point which they were saying that typically in a transcript, especially when you apply abroad and all, if you say I'm doing a 4-year degree, there must be 4 level course codes. They should see a couple of courses that are with the course code 4 starting, which says that you have done the 4th year courses. So if somebody has done the entire program with just the course code 3, then there might be a question of how did you get a 4-year undergraduate degree? Because there are no 4 courses in it. So we want to bring in some conditions on how many 3-level courses electives you have to do, how many 4 you can do. And one more maybe a kind of slip that we are seeing is a person can complete the entire program without touching any data science course in the degree level. So basically, you could do, say, software engineering testing, you could do SPG, you can do apprenticeship, you can do, say, the peripheral courses of, maybe market research, which does not delve into the complete data science part. You could do the statistical computing, you can do advanced algorithms, you can do LSM, you could do something else, and actually get a BS in data science and applications without doing a single data science elective in your degree level. So that is also something that we want to plug and kind of put norms on. So we are waiting for the steering committee to meet. So we'll get all of these rules brought in, but it will be enforced only from the, that batch or something, not for you guys as it goes out, but we'll just say that we recommend that you follow.
Okay, got it. Okay. Other plans for sequential decision making to be offered in the following term?
Yeah, we have to ask Professor Arun. He's been quite busy. He was the one who had proposed that course. We'll go back to him and ask him whether he can actually get that done. But there is a deep learning with computer vision course coming in September. That's coming from IIT Hyderabad Professor Vineet, who does also the NPTEL version. So the computer vision is coming in. NLP we are still looking out for. LLM might come in Jan. Mitesh said he might offer. So that we are waiting for.
Are there any math courses perhaps on the horizon or no? Like
maths? So there is a mathematical thinking course, which is a very, very basic math course that we are thinking of to start with, which will be the proofs and how do you actually go on the theoretical math side. We have gotten approval for certain maths courses to come in, but we have to see the number of students who are interested in it and want to take it up. So that is something that we are still there. See, there are only 280 students still in the degree level. So even with our 2021 electives, we are getting a large number in some, but a very small number in these kinds. So we'll have to kind of figure out how do we offer these courses. We have approvals, we have a pathway, but we'll have to see how to do it.
Got it. Makes sense. Thank you.
Thanks, Varun. Yeah, Preetadip.
Yeah, good afternoon. I came back. I just did a few operational queries which are left out.
Sure.
So initially you were talking about the bonus marks for the degree level, and you said that it varies from course to course. I had a doubt regarding the course participation marks for the software engineering course. I completed it in the previous term, but so generally CPM are over and above the 100% of a course. So if there are 100 marks, you'll get 5 marks or 10 marks for CPM, and that is the extra as it is an extra above the 100%. But for software engineering, as per the grading pattern, there are 5 marks for CPM and it is within the 100. So basically there are 95 for everything else, and the remaining 5 marks are for the course participation marks. So that was a confusion in the last term, and in this term as well, I see that has been carried over. The grading pattern is the same. So maybe that could.
So software engineering does not want extra marks to be awarded. The marks is absorbed within the 100 because they comply to a different philosophy, and hence there is no bonus per se. You do the work anyway. The reward is max 100. Even if you get more than 100, it will be capped to 100. So there's no point in separately putting it out. Rather, it will be part of because in software engineering, participation is integral to the course. So every course at degree, that's what every course at degree will have a different philosophy, different approach. More or less, what would be consistent is the T-score grading pattern would have quizzes and all the assessments. But other than that, individual courses are free to have their own flexibility in the evaluation process.
So why I was mentioning the software engineering course is the grading pattern mentions 0.05 CP. That is, there will be 5% for CPM. But last term, when I actually passed out, I got 6 points, and that was taken at raw. I mean, there was no scaling done to bring it within 5. And I'm pretty sure there must have been other people as well who have scored out of 10, and the entire marks was taken from out of 10 only. So there was a deviation.
This we will check because this is basically what it would have come with some moderation. It may not be just course participation marks. The marks would have been provided, and maybe some overall moderation would have been done by the team looking at the score. So see, the final scoring is something that the team does, and there will be some moderation points added based on the respective term. So, but yeah, we will do a check on how the scores came in last time.
Okay, so one more question was, if we are to repeat courses after completing our BS in order to increase CGPA, would we still need to pay RKA fees? Because as far as I know, currently those are repeating courses without any other new course, they have to pay RKA. Do we need to pay RKA even after we repeat courses if we complete the BS?
I think the handbook says that once you've completed 142 credits, we'll give you a degree and send you out, okay? First, we will do that and we will graduate you. And after that, your CGPA and everything is sealed at that point. You're not going to be able to improve and repeat once you've gotten your 142 credits and gotten your degree certificate. We might allow you to do additional courses for transcript basis alone, for which we have an approval, but that will be just a transcript on top of it, like a certificate course, because you guys are alumni and you want to keep learning with us as we introduce something, you're welcome to do that. Or you want to do something in the ES program, maybe you're welcome to do that. But typically 142 credits will give you a degree and say, welcome to the alumni club and kind of get you out there. We're not going to keep let you improve, because some students get into that thing of I'll keep on improving, and perennially they'll be in the circle of I'm improving. So we are not going to let that be.
So basically,
not after that.
Basically any improvement we want to do, we have to do it before we complete the BS.
Yes.
Okay. And last question is regarding the NPTEL. I think someone has already asked this. It's related to my question. So what I had done previously was I had registered using just using the email ID and the password. That was a Swayam OpenID thing account that I had created with the online degree. I did not credit any. I did not transfer any credits previously. But for this time, do I need to create a new account, or I've already registered for the 2 courses that I wish to transfer. So do I need
online
to register
again? Study ID is good.
Online degree.
Yeah, online degree is fine.
Okay. And regarding the NPTEL, could some option be provided for date clashes? Because last time I had a date clash and I had to, that was a long process. I think ma'am, you are aware of that. I was shifted to
so
the
that's
online
why we are
thing.
saying, one, we are trying on our side whether we can get an alternate date for NPTEL and BS itself. Last time they kind of put us together because we had no alternate dates. This time we have asked TCS again, can we get another date? I'm yet to receive a reply from them. But in the event that we are going with them, that's why I was suggesting that then don't choose courses that have exam dates on that particular day. So we have 3 dates of exams typically for NPTEL. So if we can choose courses that have exam dates on, October 29th or September 25 or 24, whatever, then it's better. Don't go for a clash and then kind of get into a mess, right?
Sure. Yeah. Thanks. That's all. Thanks for the responses.
Yes, Kunal, welcome back. Tell me.
Ma'am, so I just wanted to ask about these level 3, level 4 courses, as you said, some of them are relevant to BSc and some of them are relevant to BS. In my BS, I am taking level 3 courses. So is it a problem which might occur anyway?
No, but take some level 4 is what we are suggesting. Don't complete the entire BS program with all level 3 courses. It's not a rule yet. We have not done that. But if you're applying abroad or if you're looking at your transcript and saying it's a 4-year program, typically the guidelines will normally have level 4 courses. In fact, in the campus program, the BTech students are even allowed to credit level 5, level 6, which are the master's and PhD level courses. So if they are up to that and they want to do it, they're even allowed for crediting 5 and 6. We don't have 5 and 6 in our program. So at least 4, you should be doing some courses. So if you still have courses left in your BS program, I would suggest take at least 2 or 3 level 4 courses and put it on your transcript.
Okay. So because I have PSM was a level 4 course, but we only did not have an option then. But now it has been put into a level 4 course, I think. No, level 3, I think. So will that? If some courses are done as level 4 before, it is not very.
No, the latest change, whatever is there, will be going by that. They've asked us to change all the transcripts as per the most recent course code changes we have done.
So will this be visible in the transcript? Is it a level 3 or level 4 course?
Yes, the course code we put in your transcript.
Okay, ma'am.
That one.
Thank you.
Yes, Varun, round 3, tell me.
Yeah, sorry, this is the final round, I promise.
No problem.
For the degree level, the default assumption is that even if there are practice assignments, there's no bonus, right?
No, if there are practice assignments, you'll get in, right, JK?
No, practice assignments do not carry bonus at degree level.
Oh, is it? Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Only the diploma and foundation have practice assignment bonuses.
Okay.
Sorry,
got
just
it.
wanted to interject. Last time for software testing, I think we had gotten bonus that there were practice assignments there. So maybe if the rule has changed, then that is
no bonus from this term. No bonus from this term at degree level.
Okay.
Yeah, we are being brutal to degree students.
Yeah, that is brutal indeed.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I saw a
got it.
couple of
with these committees, man. He compares all the versions of grading documents we have.
no.
And
So see, there is a big discussion going in discourse on is
Yeah.
mark required. Can the bonus mark be increased to 10? Should be decreased to 10? In I think within 10 hours, the post had some 70 plus.
yeah, many of them, even in yesterday, day before diploma thing, they were all asking, is it a mistake that you have made by saying it's 5 marks? Or I said, no, deliberately we have changed it to 5. We are not making it 10.
So they got data-backed evidence that restricting it to 5 marks is beneficial for them compared to giving 10 marks as bonus. So see, couple of things. There is a merit in some of the arguments saying that in certain courses it is very difficult to gain, even with studying very sincerely. It is really hard to get through in some courses. We will be addressing it in some other way rather than bonusing. Bonus or something is actually meant to showcase your engagement in some sense. But what we are trying now to do is connecting this engagement to placements. We will soon announce it in a more formal manner, but we are trying to do something along the lines of extra activity in stats to across multiple courses and bring in a lot more things. So what would happen is, I mean, in some sense now it won't be bonus. I mean, it will be a showcase of what you did. And in case you do what, I mean, everyone knows that people just click on check answer, know all the answer, and then submit practice answers again. I mean, which is not what we want. I mean, that is not engagement. That is just gaming the system. So we will try to do a much more better job of doing course participation, but albeit rather than directly putting into CG, we'll incentivize it in some other manner, which is more prominent and which is more evident from an employment perspective also.
So I guess a bit of a tangent from there. So I did both core options, so software engineering and also deep learning AI. The level of difficulty between the two core pairs I feel is very, very different. Deep learning and AI were like far more difficult. I think deep learning quiz 2, I think the instructor gave us the mean. It was like the mean was like 45 marks or something like that. Thankfully I did well, but I feel there has to be some level of, I don't know, so something needs to be addressed regarding this, because otherwise the people are going to go for the easier option and just take software engineering and software testing.
So there might be a possibility to make both pairs mandatory. That's what I was saying. We're waiting for steering committee, right? Because we are saying it's a BS
so I
in
ended up
programming
doing
and data
both,
science.
and
Yeah. No, so we are saying it's a BSc in programming and data science. We are calling it a BSc in data science and applications, which means that at least students should have the basics of this and that. So again, that's where we didn't want students to bypass a particular area and kind of, either collect all credits very, very skewed on the data science side. Because even if you're in data science or something, it's very important when you're doing, even if it's data engineering, software engineering is very important, and testing of that application is very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? They're all very related, in fact. So seeing that something is better, something is not, and all that actually doesn't make sense. That is only perception of students, which is incorrect. So hence we wanted to balance it out and say probably the two core pairs along with SPG will become the 5 courses that we will have, in the degree BSc level. So that's one thing we're waiting for steering committee. It hasn't met yet. We are pushing for it and should come out. So then you can be happy. You have 2 slightly easy courses and of course 2 difficult courses, which all of us go through and, kind of balance it out.
And it is also easy because of various reasons also, right? I mean, it's not, I mean, software engineering is basic logic. I mean, basic way in which a software application comes about. Software testing is slightly more difficult than software engineering because there is a little bit of math and some type of, discrete mathematics is involved in that. Deep learning AI are heavily mathematical and heavily dependent on logic and basically AI is nothing but algorithms. It's not your data-based AI, it is classical AI. So it's even more, more difficult from what people really think AI is, right? So I mean,
I agree with you. It's just since I took both core pairs, it's just a thought I had in my mind. I felt bonus in deep learning and AI made far more sense than it did for software engineering, for example.
There will be some equivalent activities in DL and AI. AI has that tour cost calculation.
Yeah, the programming task. Yeah.
That is
TSP
that
solver.
has 10 marks as bonus, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But
so,
do they have it in this term as well?
Yeah, it will be part of it. In fact, they are bringing in. I think they are bringing in Othello as a tournament, and they are planning to bring in a tournament also this time around. Works are underway. It's only like some fine details on the technology is just being discussed. Once that is out, I think you may have another activity along with this one, which actually brings you close to what classical AI is.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, next person, Harsh. Okay, Harsh, once again.
Yes, sir. Actually, I had a concern regarding the public profile page. So I wanted to know if it's possible to add the group leader certificate and the other certificates, which, with participation or merit certificate in the portal itself by IITM, so that it's more valid.
See, there will be badges corresponding to each of those.
Yeah, maybe in the form of badge.
Yeah, it is being part of the badge ecosystem has some group and other kind of things in it. And once I think the badges are being collated now, wait for 2 weeks. I think some of those will actually get converted into badges and be visible in the profile.
Okay, and also, sir, the profile picture, right? It's a public profile page. So can you give us the edit option there as well?
The profile pictures are actually taken from the main repository that you have submitted at the time of application. So
yes,
if there needs to be a change, it has to be changed there. We are not putting a separate image, but this we will check with the team whether there can be an edit option to the profile picture.
Is there an option to change it in the repository? Because my profile picture is almost 2 years back. I mean, 2 or 3 years. So I want to change
I think that feature is coming, right?
We did have a feature, but the only thing is we'll have to verify what photo you all put against what you all gave, right? Because this is like impersonation, right? Yeah, why to be
no, at least if I want
impersonation
to
for this one. So we'll have to do, if we allow you all to change photos, we'll have to check whether your old photo matches your new photo. It can't be like a totally different photo is coming in now and that it's not there.
Yes,
and in terms of the public profile page, in fact, we were even asking, the workflow team saying, can we get a YouTube link where you guys can introduce yourself for 3 minutes, that there's a video that we even see or talk or something like that. But again, the concerns are coming on maturity levels of students who are actually, going to create all of this. And the concerns where we don't know what photo you'll put up there and we don't know what, link might come up there and we are not going to check it. It's all your pages. But then somebody plays prank, somebody's not serious about it and thinks this is a fun thing or whatever. It doesn't help there. But I think we have collected change of photos on our side. We have not pushed it to the cloud bucket yet. We'll do it very soon. I think there was some constraint there. The team had it. But I think we did collect a set of photos. In fact, for the diploma and certificates and all, every time we released, we did do a collection of photos.
Yeah, so actually what happened, ma'am, there were 2 forms released, one for the certificate, what we received in the hard copy, and one for officially changing it. For the officially changing it, I don't know, I got a mail saying that it's been declined, request is being declined because the file naming was not correct. And I was not aware of it, the naming system. So is there a way, again, I can request for an update?
Let me check with the team whether we can open another window and ask people to do. The only thing is we have to verify again, the first photo and this are the same person. That's again an effort on our side every time.
It's even if I don't mind, even if you take the photo which got accepted in the diploma certificate, what I've received, in that photo also, if you can update that one, that would be enough.
Yeah, I got it. I'm saying, see, you're talking about yourself. When we open it out for 70%.
Yeah, I understand that.
Right. So again, it's a effort that we do and we have to validate that every single, that's why the name, date of birth and all, we just freeze and we say no changes here. So people just enter like one name, don't give a surname, don't give an initial, don't give a full name. And then they come back and say, oh, this is not correct or something. Yeah, like when you fill the application form, be very sure about it. But photos alone, we will do it. For the degree original certificates, we'll definitely ask you all for a photo. That is something that we will check from you all, put it out there after checking it. Intermediate, we'll just have to see how critical the changes required are and then kind of do it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Harsh. Yes, Afnan.
Yeah. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. So this question is regarding NPTEL again, credit transfer. So in the BS level, there is this course called cloud computing. Now, the thing is that cloud computing, the same course, I've already done that, way back in 2018, actually, using my personal email ID, of course. I was wondering if I do that again now, using my student email ID on the NPTEL side, would that be a problem?
It won't be a problem because for us, every email ID is a unique person. So we don't typically merge profiles or certificates there because for us, every email ID is a unique person. So you can do it if you want, but it's not really going to add anything to yours. It's a waste of
I
1,000
understand.
rupees if you want. So you can actually, I would say on your resume, you should just say NPTEL course done cloud computing. Don't credit it to us because you can't, and do some other course instead of that, which you can actually learn.
I understand. When I did that, it was only a 3 credit course. So I guess it has been updated now to a 4 credit. So I was
become
hoping
12 weeks. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was hoping that the new content, the additional content that have been added, I could possibly, delve into that and, learn more from
You
it.
can do it if you want, but I mean, if you ask me, should I will say not required.
I understand. Okay. I'll also see if, there are other electives from which I can choose. I'll do that also.
Exactly. Sure. Yeah.
I understand.
So there are these courses on NLP from IIT Kharagpur, and I think one more that is there. There are a lot of these text mining, data mining from Roorkee that is there. From IIT Bombay, we have a couple of good courses in that. So maybe these are things that you can explore if you're actually doing other courses, So
I see.
These might be better on your resume possibly.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Harsh, you raised hand or you haven't put down your hand?
No, I didn't lower my.
Okay, sure. Okay, Kaushik, yes.
Just a quick couple of questions. One is, I mean, based on the pilot run that you've had for the campus placements, are these companies kind of coming in with two different profiles, one for programming, one for data science, or is it generally a mixed bag? I mean, or based on your interactions with the industry? I'm just trying to understand because my focus is more on data science, so that's what I'm kind of focusing
They're coming
on.
with separate profiles only. They are defining whether it is for a programming job or it's a data science job. They are coming with that clarity. But even if it is for a data science job, they're asking for data structures and algorithms. So it's not like you don't have to know that if you're applying for a data science position interview.
Sure.
So they're asking both. But yes, they are telling us whether it's a data scientist, data analyst, data, whatever else is there, or if it is in kind of the programmer developer kind of a profile.
Right. Okay. And just one other question, I guess. See, when I did the MLT in diploma, it was the original course taken by Professor Ashish Tendulkar, and then later on, I think it got revised with Professor Arun Rajkumar taking it. I realized it's a lot more maths heavy and so on. But now I'm at the BSc level. Is there any way I could do MLT again?
I would recommend don't do MLT again. The videos are all on YouTube. Go through the videos on YouTube, and that's enough because anyway, you know the concepts. It's not going to be like he's going to be teaching something totally different, It will be only apples to apples in a different, maybe green apple to red apple. That's all it's going to change. So you can go through all the videos on the YouTube itself to brush up and see how he has treated the entire subject. But I would say don't waste your time paying double the fees and kind of doing the course again. Not required.
You could do that MLT workshop that the instructors do every semester. I think that would be a better option because then it uses the same techniques and you are building on the theory knowledge that is already there.
Okay. Sure. That makes sense. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Sure. So all guys, have you answered everything? Anything else pending?
Hi, ma'am. Sorry.
Yes, Shreyansh, your question, I don't have an answer. I've written to Professor Vignesh, let him answer. But to give you a top level answer, see, some of the IITs, I was checking on IIT Madras. So IIT Madras, MTech Computer Science apparently does not ask for a BTech Computer Science. And they are saying, I think, any 4-year degree or some such like that. So if they
no,
don't
say
that,
BTech in any department, BTech or its equivalent.
No, but I think for writing the, Okay, it says BTech or anything. So basically the Senates have to approve then that they will accept a BS also. So JK's question that he's been writing to us on
Yeah,
email.
I was about to say, I mean,
Yeah, you can say that.
see,
Yeah.
it will depend, it will completely depend on who the account person or the admin person is who is actually checking your certificate. This is, I mean, traditionally, this has been our experience. The departments would want any kind of degrees, but because the line item really says BTech or equivalent, and they have a list of equivalences that they consider BE, BTech, BR. So, I mean, those kind of combinations. Even a BCA is not considered equivalent to a BTech. So even if it's a 4-year degree, it really depends on the maturity of the person at the admin end to understand that this is a BS program, this is a 4-year program, this is a rigorous program. We have highlighted it, but yeah, I mean, see, we cannot, I don't think Professor Vignesh would also give a different answer because traditionally what we have seen in IITs is once the admin thing is crossed, then the departments have more flexibility. But to cross that admin thing, which is basically the application time itself, that is the biggest roadblock that you will face, Shreyans. Hopefully, in the next couple of years, once the BS achieves its popularity, then at least we'll be able to do it. Specifically, what we can look at is whether IIT Madras academic section considers this as an equivalent or not. That alone we can try from our side.
Yeah, so that's what I was wondering if students like me should even start preparing for GATE or not. Because if we have to, then this is the right time in third year. Because if there's no such change that can be possibly made in the coming years, then it doesn't make sense to prepare for GATE.
Friends, so see the master's option. Okay, let me put it in this way. So I generally in IIT in any program, see there are a lot of flex. I mean there are multiple centers, multiple programs, several different departments that exist in IIT. Okay, so generally, I mean the only issue that comes in is if there is a traditional department which has this particular rule that BTech or equivalent, but there are certain programs which look at multiple types of bachelor's degree also. So if and see at the end of the day, I mean you have experienced IIT Madras education. So does it? I mean, whatever department does it, there is a minimum quality that comes out of it. Any IIT. I mean, I'm not just talking of IIT Madras. Any IIT degree program has its merit, and it is that experience that you have to gain. So if you're planning for so, let's say tomorrow, let's say there is a engineering mechanic or some other program which actually accepts any kind of bachelor degree. Would you want to miss out on that just because you didn't? I mean, you thought that this may not push it through. And see, universities are also reinventing themselves throughout the last couple of years. They are recognizing hybrid programs. They are recognizing interdisciplinary programs, and interdisciplinary research is a very, and especially data-based research is a very key skill set that everyone is looking into. And I mean, if you ask me whether it will be 100% possible, I don't know. But why would you want to waste an opportunity? I mean, at the end of the day, GATE is a very good exam, right? It will also tell you how prepared you are. It will help you refresh a lot of your fundamentals. It will also try to put you in a particular perspective. So I don't think, I don't know whether it is a good idea to completely stop preparing for GATE if you have an idea of masters at any place, right?
Yeah, but it makes sense if we already know that IITs won't be accepting our GATE course, then it makes more sense to apply for masters in US.
What prompted you to take IIT Madras BS program? I mean BSc program when it was launched.
So coming from commerce background, I later learned that I was more interested in the software side and the mathematical side. So originally I was in my offline degree, I was pursuing bachelor in statistics. So that gained my interest in data science. And coming from IIT Madras, I was hoping that this would give me the opportunity to learn more. So that was the main reason that I took up BSc.
So I mean, what if, let's say, companies unanimously decided that they will not take BS as a valid degree or BSc in a hybrid mode as a valid degree? What would have happened?
Still the learning would be there, right?
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, if you have the same, I mean, if you approach BSc the BS program with the same aspect, what is the harm in attempting for GATE? Because I don't think you're going to lose anything by writing GATE, right?
No, so my main idea is if we are not gonna get any use from GATE, then I would rather start preparing for my other stuff for masters in US. So basically MS programs in US rather than applying to MTech programs in India.
Okay, so I mean, yeah, it's, at the end of the day, it's your choice. I just presented you facts and information that I am aware of. The call is yours. Definitely, see, I think a lot will depend on the respective IIT administrative section on whether it would be accepted or not, or whether it would be considered as equivalent. From our side, we will put all our effort in letting out all IITs know that this is a 4-year rigorous program. So that part you can be rest assured. The other part of whether they will accept or not, we cannot comment at this point because that is beyond our control, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I know I haven't given you a good answer, but
no, I know it's not in your hand as well. So I guess I understand.
I mean, let's hope that
Shailesh,
somebody.
I think for IIT Madras, I think we are working on saying that BS students will be eligible to come into our MTech programs as applicable. Like for instance, I don't know what the mechanical engineering and chemical engineering norms are and whether BS and data science can actually go there, but that's beyond me. I haven't read that. But at least for the data science program or maybe some other computer science program, if they have an open thing and they say you pass GATE and I just need any BTech, at that point, we want to ask for this BS is also okay. So just give us some time. Professor Vignesh is kind of away this week and Monday I'll get, I'll ask him this and I wanted to close this loop with you. Yesterday, kind of, he was busy and I missed out. So I'll get it done by Monday, Tuesday. Just give me 2 days time, okay? It's
Sure,
on my
sure.
follow-up list. I will get it done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure.
Ma'am, just a follow-up to this. In Paradox as well, it was announced that GATE will have a data science paper now.
Yes.
In the future, I think in the near future. So
Yes.
I guess at least for that, the eligibility
Yes.
should not be a problem, right?
Yes. So IIT Madras, if it's going to have an MTech in data science through GATE, for that we will definitely permit the BS our program students to do. But suppose an IIT Delhi is having an MTech in data science, will they permit our BS students? We will have to go institute by institute and request them kindly allow them, right? For the Madras, we can say that this is something that we are asking for.
Okay. And it is better to expect that IITM will have a better chance of first accepting the recognizing them the BS students first.
Yeah. BS students first night. BS students along with the other whatever norms they have. BS will also be recognized. IIT Madras will do it for our MTech.
I meant among all IITs. IITM will be there.
Yeah, obviously no. We are only running your program. We can't say we will not recognize you for the MTech, right? That will get done.
That's
but
what I said.
also,
yeah, that's what I said. Within IIT Madras, we can push. Other institutes, it's really.
We are going to request. We are going to start writing to them saying that, this is a program, please accept wherever applicable. But it's a long process. We'll have to write to each institute. Their academic council and Senate has to approve it. Every IIT is an independent autonomous body. It's not like we can pass a common rule and say all of you will follow it. So each of them has to kind of go through it and kind of say, okay. Now, for instance, to date, IIT Delhi, I think for an MTech in computer science wants a BTech in computer science. They don't even take any BTech, while IIT Madras takes any BTech if you pass the GATE CS. So even amongst that, a lot of IITs have various rules in how they take students, right? So all these have to change with time as they see students, as they see requests and so on.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So as far as the course for IIT Madras is concerned, will it be a MS in data science or will it be an MTech in data science?
I do not know what the announcement is going to come because the program is not yet announced. So once it comes, we'll know, I guess. There's already one MSc that has been launched in, I think, conjunction with Birmingham University or something like that. But I heard that the syllabus was a lot overlapping with us there. So but the program is a master's, but syllabus wise, I think it's a lot similar to what we teach. Apart from it, there's one that's going to start in Tanzania, but that's a bachelor. So that won't be relevant to you guys. The masters, we'll have to see whether it's an MTech. So normally through GATE, it will be MTech, no, JK? Unless they
No,
choose
depends.
an
I mean,
MS, I don't know.
they can award MS also, right? Because there will be a research component added. But yeah, I mean, traditionally there will be an MTech.
There will be an
And
MTech.
MTech is the 2-year exit degree.
Yeah, I don't think it has gone through the Senate yet and been announced.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Yeah.
And students also have the option. I mean, they can opt for an MTech or MS at the end of year 1 in IT Madras, right? Because they can do an MS by research exit also. A lot of flexibility comes in campus programs like that. So even, yeah, I mean, it has to come through Senate. Then only we will also come to know what exactly the thing is. Yeah, I mean, but you can expect an MTech, definitely. I think that would be the first choice.
Yeah. So one thing to all of you, I mean, you know that we've been saying this, any change in the program that we have to make, we have to ask steering committee, then it goes to something called Board of Academic Courses, it goes to Senate and it gets approved. Any change with respect to financials of it, it goes to Board of Governors and then it comes back. Even Senate rulings are approved by the Board of Governors, it has to come back. So it's not like anything your last week can do, or JKI, even Professor Andrew, Professor Vignesh and all, we can accept requests, we can thrash it out, we can come out with the proposal, but then ultimately there are bodies that are governing the entire program that have to come with it. And some things like what you're asking with respect to GATE, new programs and all is even a bigger thing. And then the next level after that is outside IITs, right? So our sphere of influence is like so small that really we can't do anything much there.
Somebody was talking in Paradox that we are the steering committee, we are the board, we are the Senate.
Yeah,
I mean, I heard that. I mean, you are actually Board of Governors.
Okay.
That's for WhatsApp rumors and the Paradox talks.
Wishful thinking. I wish it were true, but it's not so. So all we can do is, if you say, give me some bonus marks, even for that we have a class committee. You guys want to change anything in grading document, we have to go to class committee. If you want something else, we have to go to coordinators. If have something else, we have to go to steering committee.
I
So
think it's because Andrew always, Andrew always keep referring you as boss. So they think
I'm that, but that's only an informal thing till I go to the next level, right? So, I mean, we are like the intermediaries. We listen to all of you, we take back whatever you say, and we go back to whoever has to approve it and come back. So it's more like the postman's job we do here. And of course, look at, at our level, max, I can only approve. Okay, somebody wants a laptop, put me in CSR scholarship. I can say okay and verify documents. There also my team has to verify documents and give the approvals or something like that. So everywhere I only go there, here, there, and ask people. JK also does that for the academic parts and all that. So
yeah, so the max control that we have is on the course participation mark, and I think this time we vetoed the profs to get it down to 5. I think that's the max we have in
that's
terms of.
also with class committee approval.
Yes, yeah,
that's not
with class
something we
committee.
can do. Yeah,
correct.
So that's where it is. So these are the processes we have in place, checks and balances to see that nobody can kind of run the program at their own whim and fancies, and there are enough people looking at the sanity of whatever comes in, and they are actually debating it, and then it goes through for whatever. So sometimes, yes, we are short-sighted. Sometimes we also think of it from a certain perspective, and then suddenly it's like, oh, we haven't looked at this at all, and that's when we keep changing things, like what we are now proposing for the degree level core courses, the electives, the 4-level credits courses that you have to get, and so on. So those are things that we're refining as we see what students are doing, because we thought, oh, students will do this, but then the student behavior and the data shows us something else, and then we have to say a corrective policy in place to ensure that things work. That's all. Okay. Yeah. Last question, Afnan. I'm really hungry. I'm going for lunch after this.
Yeah.
I've been sitting in meetings today. Yeah.
This is regarding the MS programs in foreign universities. So they ask for a letter of recommendation, right? So would IITM be supporting in that regard?
So Afnan, we do have something called letter of support, but that's a generic thing which shows your entire academic, non-academic records. Because at this scale, we cannot do letter of recommendation. And letter of recommendation also, see the easiest, I wouldn't say the easiest, the best way to do that is becoming a TA or a research intern and work with the instructors, faculty. That's how you get letter of recommendation. Okay, And I mean, you also have to understand what this letter of recommendation means. Letter of recommendation is a personal kind of testimonial, so to say, right? That this person is good or
Right, sir.
not good, right? And nobody gives a not good wala recommendation. So it's generally this person is capable. That's what we testify or recommend from our side. So you have to really work really hard for this. And again, it will be subjective depending on the instructor that you work with, the faculty that you work with, because they have the discretion to give you an LOR or not.
Yes, I see, sir. So one last question regarding this TA-ship. Now, in the documentation, it is mentioned that the student would have to visit the campus. Now, would there be any relaxations in this regard?
It will be very subjective, Afnan. I mean, something that we have seen in the last term is when people are away, I mean, the accountability and the other things reduce.
I
So
see.
it will indirectly affect your LOR. I mean, if you think you
Hmm.
are coming for an LOR, work remotely, see, it completely depends on the person, right? I mean, if the person is uh, good enough that they are self-driven, self-regulated, then it doesn't matter whether they are physically here or away. But
I
as
see.
a general rule, I mean, you know, law of large numbers, right? So as a general rule, we have actually asked everyone to come in person. So then see the body language. And still, coming in person has its own merit. There is a reason why you should be trying to do that.
I understand.
It
You
actually
also get
helps.
access to the campus facilities. You can audit some courses, even if you're in the diploma level. While you can't credit it, you can sit in some classes, at least attend that. You have a group of 30, 40 students from the same program you're meeting every day. You get access to all the campus events that happen. You can participate in those also when you're here for the 4 months. For instance, a couple of students in the Jan term that were TAs with us, they were actually playing for the IIT Madras cricket team and all that. So they were playing inter IIT cricket with them, I think, and they're doing some sports, inter hostel. They were part of the IIT Madras campus teams and doing that. They were helping some workshops that were happening here and some plays and all. They were also part of it. So you can kind of integrate with the campus community also much more apart from, just being a TA there. So the first option for us, why we changed this, was the pool of students doing this standalone as a primary sole degree is also increasing. We have about 20% now currently, which is almost like 3,000 4,000 students who are doing this as a primary degree, and these guys don't have an opportunity to have a campus experience, right? So we are saying that if there are good students in this academically who are very good, then they can come to the campus and at least have a campus experience for 4 months. So our primary idea of making it an on-campus TA-ship was also that these students come to campus, be here for 4 months, get a taste of the campus life, and also maybe some students have never been outside home, right? For them to come into Chennai and ease them out into the place of Chennai so that they are with us for 4 months. And the expectation is in that 4 months, they also go through companies, they visit research park, they maybe interact with certain companies and try to find maybe company internships at the end of it and kind of continue. Or of course, they want to go back home, that's up to them. But it's also for them to get eased into this new city, getting into the campus, staying in a hostel and all that, and then kind of putting them onto the route for company internships. So if the requirements that we have for courses are not being satisfied by students who can come to campus and do it, we are opening out online internships too. So that will come out. That's the next line of emails we're going to send. We are just trying to see whether we could get students on campus. If it's not happening as per our requirements, we're going to open out online internships also. But in online TA-ship, you only are doing the work that is ascribed to you. Like we say, okay, 2 hours live session, you do that. We say, okay, do maybe tagging of thing, you do that. But that interaction with people, interaction with faculty, interaction with the campus community and all is something that you miss out on. And hence we say that this is a better.
I see.
And LOR, typically, we also describe the nature of the person. It's not just the academic letter of recommendation that typically people give. LOR has to be very, very strongly about the person's characteristic and traits that you are saying, that they are hardworking, that they are, doing something there, their leadership qualities, maybe something that they were independent, they were this one. We have to see all those also when we write an LOR. LOR strength comes from that, because the academic things, anyway, the transcript shows. We don't need another person to say that, oh, this person got an S, this person got an A, and so on. That transcript will show. What do I know about the person? Why do I recommend that this person you should take in your program is what an LOR will say. And that happens only when we know you more personally, we interact with you, or the instructors interact with you, and they're able to get that out.
I understand that, ma'am. So, but certain exceptions to this will maybe extended in case of certain physical constraints that we have also, like a disability and so on, right? Because then
yeah, for that we are definitely doing it. There is one
yeah,
TA, in fact, who's going to be working out of home, and that is perfectly fine with us.
yeah.
That's what I'm
So I
saying. So
think
when there are constraints, it's okay. No constraints, and we would
I
say come
understand.
to campus and enjoy the campus.
Sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I understand. Thank you so much.
Sure. Okay, then I think we'll close the meeting. We'll also keep in touch with you. Nice to talk to a small group of students and kind of interact also, That's a much better feeling than sometimes doing these open orientations. We just stream on YouTube as a one-term thing. So nice to catch up with you. Nice to see all of you from that, I think, Jan 2021 or maybe a max May 2021 batch, and you've been with us for 2 years. Thank you for the support and the belief you've had with us, in the last 2 years. And you've seen all that we have also gone through, the COVID, the failed online exams in the initial phases, the TCS exams that we've been conducting, portal goes down, something gets messed up. And thank you for putting up with all of us, through all that times and still being there for us in terms of support. So,
and also I still see a lot of continuing requests. The Bangalore Penia Center, I mean, the TCS and change requests, everything that is coming in discourse. We will try out. See, again, as we said, I mean, it's been a huge journey. Huge journey for us as well. I mean, we are also have been learning along with you. And I think what is more important is, I mean, we are trying our level best to improve the program, give a better experience to all of you. And in this process, I think, there will be ups and downs. I'm not denying that, but we'll try our level best to improve the overall experiences for the larger cohort of students and try to make this program a little bit more, what do you say, visible across continents, so to say, at this moment.
Yeah, and just to close the same thing, I think you all have to blaze the trail. You all have to make the mark on the first batch of BS students, BSc students getting out there. You all have to be like, the companies come back after 1 year and say, we absolutely love the students from this program and, we want more. And that is all in your hands. I think you all have to skill yourselves to that extent, like we said, more courses, more skill sets, more exposure to whatever is happening, learn more outside of it, communication, presentation skills. Don't underestimate any of it. So do all of it. Every aspect of it is important when you're showcasing yourself. And also once you go there, work hard, keep the name up and kind of, be going in that. So I think that is what we would like to see of you all. You've done really well to come to this level in the almost shortest time possible. But even going forward, I think you need to keep that up and establish this program as a very good program that has taught you a lot of it, made you at least a bit of who you are, and then you get on to the next steps in your life. So we are really looking forward to that. We wait as each and every student gets a admission elsewhere, gets a job elsewhere. We're really thrilled in the office and we keep count of it, we keep noting it, and we share it, we spread it, we inform the committees of it and say our student did this, our student did this. Our ownership of all you guys is actually very, very high whenever we talk of you guys being our students and what you all have done as achievements. I think we are very, very proud of it whenever we receive any information or mail from any of you that this has happened to you all. So all the best, do well. I think do your BSc and BS degrees even better than what you've done previously if you can, and put in all your efforts there, widen your horizons, learn more, keep in touch with us also, tell us the nice things that are happening in your life. We are happy to listen to that too, right? Thanks. All of you can have a great weekend, start off your term, start watching the videos. I think they're all there. So put your afternoon and evening for that. And we'll see you very soon whenever we see you next. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.